You know how satisfying that's gonna sound? Welcome to the ECC Podcast with Catherine,
Colin,
and Talon. Colin and I just got done playing some MKX, and holy shit, is
Mortal
that game
Kombat
violent.
X, for
Yes.
those who
me
don't know.
personally, I didn't mind too much. It's just kind of like cartoon violence. I don't mind, but it's like real life stuff. It's like, ugh. I get
Yeah,
too
that game is so detailed. It's so pretty.
Yeah, it is.
Anatomically, it is a beautiful game. You can see all of the muscles. You can see all the orbital muscles in the face and the spinal cord and all that. Anatomically, from an anatomical point, I'm going to say it a bunch. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous game. And the background scenery is absolutely incredible. How the map is interactive. How the background moves as you do stuff.
Yeah, it's
the weather effects, that sort of thing. It's a gorgeous game. Violent as fuck.
Yeah, it's a major improvement from the interactive stages. It's a huge improvement over Injustice, which I played the shit out of when it first came out because it's DC, and I'm a huge DC nerd.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, that game was kind of only okay.
Yeah.
The interactive part was probably the second best part, other than I got to play Nightwing. And the
course.
Flash.
Of course.
But beyond that, it was like, it was only okay. And then seeing how much better and how much more time and effort NetherRealms put into MKX was awesome. And I don't even like Mortal Kombat that much.
Bitch,
Yeah.
you just touched me. Don't touch
That
me.
was by accident. Wait.
Don't touch me.
We are pretty close here.
Yeah.
Bitch.
And then
We're all on
I
the same
like
couch
the
here.
like separate like interactions each characters have. Like each character have like a specific greeting or taunt for any characters from the roster.
Yeah, I haven't seen that in a fighting game since, like, PS2, honestly. Granted, I haven't played many fighting games other than Tekken's and
What?
Soul Calibur first. When they came onto the stage, they talked to each
Oh,
other.
yeah,
Like that
part.
specific person.
Yeah, like
How they
there's
had
something
their own
specific.
dialogue for each character they went up against.
Yeah.
That was actually really interesting. I didn't think they would go to anything like that. It's just like,
No.
match, fight.
Well, it'd be like really boring just hear the same thing like every time.
Yeah, and well, that's one of the problems that Injustice had, is there were, like, maybe 5 different interactions between characters. Like, Batman and Nightwing didn't even really have anything. Like, the only time is when, I don't even remember what it was called, but, like, if you both did a specific thing, you would wager so much of your special meter, and then they'd say something to each other if they were specific. Like, Nightwing and Deathstroke would say something. Because, you know, Teen Titans shit, or Nightwing and Batman.
Nightwing and Bat somebody. I don't know. There's a whole bunch of them around the place.
Batwing is a character. He's a black dude.
And so is Cyborg. But he's pretty cool.
He was also an Injustice. He was,
Booyah!
and he said he was booyah.
There you go. Wow, what a spike.
Like I said, I can make that quieter in post.
Just so you know, the boys are going to be really a lot louder than I am. Colin especially. I'm going to be like,
Really?
this quiet and then that's blah, 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 blah. That's about as
Well-
loud as you will hear me. Colin, though, will be like, times 10. Talon, though, will be probably times 5.
Well,
I'm quiet.
Colin mostly because
So sorry
he's
if
closer
the
to
ears
the
blow
mic.
out.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Not
Honestly,
really.
Colin's a much more mellow person than I am, but once he gets going, he is
Once he gets
at my
excited.
level and higher.
Oh, yeah.
That's definitely true.
Oh, yeah.
Especially getting a topic I really like to talk about.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what exactly are we going to talk about tonight? Because
Well-
we range between 5 million topics.
Well, I think we should start. We got our Mortal Kombat out of the way. We just watched Batman versus Robin.
Which you...
I liked it.
Yeah.
I don't think it was as good as Flashpoint, which Flashpoint was just like a 10 out of 10 for the DC animated universe. And the rest of them have ranged between like 8 at best to like 5s. And this one, it was really good. I mean, as someone who's read the Court of Owls and the original Batman versus Robin comic books,
And most of the comics.
in general, there were things that were different, and I have that knowledge to pull from. But at the same time, to me, it's an elsewhere, so it's not part of main continuity for the comics. So I don't care as much that it's different. it's like going in to see a DC live-action movie or a Marvel live-action movie.
Mm-hmm.
While I can recognize the stuff from the comics that's the influence, it's just like,
It's
it's its own thing.
yeah.
Speaking of the live action, Batman vs. Superman teaser trailer came out apparently.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was...
Wow, so
Meh.
melodramatic. Yeah.
It was just...
yeah.
it was boring.
Even for someone like me, it's like, yeah, I don't know. Not too.
Don't know.
It's just a teaser, but still.
Yeah,
Well, I
it's
don't
the-
know. I haven't seen anything about it. I'm just learning from you guys, really.
It's the first teaser. The best part, or there's two really good parts I thought about. It was the beginning monologue and the beginning scene is there's like this statue of what we find out is Superman, and it's like panning closer to it, and it's a bit of a stormy night, and the shadows cast on the front. I'm pantomiming this, by the way, guys. You imagine me doing things with my hands.
As you will a lot.
I'm
Now, who
huge
plays
gesture.
Superman?
Same Henry Cavill.
From
The one
Man
who-
of Steel.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's the same guy. So.
Okay.
Anyway.
I thought they changed his actor, too, for some
No.
reason.
Anyway, it's a statue of what we find out is Superman, and they're talking about how much good Superman has done, but how people are also kind of against him. And it gets to that statue, and there's a flash of lightning, and in red paint is "False God" written across the chest of the statue, and it's like, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, because you imagine people probably think Superman be like some sort of god figure with all the stuff he can do.
Yeah,
And like in the trailer, it even shows like guys like in like suits armor. It has like the Superman logo on like their shoulders and like bowing to him.
mm-hmm.
Oh, so it's going to be like one of those movies.
Yeah.
Where it's a worship kind of thing.
At least some people. And also
Where it's kind of like a cult,
essentially.
essentially. Yeah.
Alice might take a realistic approach for this whole thing. You know?
Yeah. The other thing that I thought was really cool was just 100% me nerding out at seeing their rendition of the Dark Knight Returns bat armor that he wore fighting Superman in that comic, and just seeing it in live action in dark, and it had awesome glowing blue eyes, and it was just like.
So the main question is, are you going to see this opening night?
No.
Why?
One, I'm probably working the next day. And I don't have enough money, and I'm already going for sure to see Avengers and Star Wars.
That's in December.
Even so. And with that, also saving up for a Wii U. And there's so many other things on my budget that I want before going to see Batman v Superman opening night. I'll probably go at some point.
Yeah, but are you going to see it?
Oh yeah, I'll see it. It's a Disney. It's not
Disney.
Disney
That's
movie.
Marvel. That
Fucking
Marvel is owned by Disney.
DC
Sorry.
got bought by Disney now. Mickey Mouse is going to fight Batman in the next movie.
Oh, God.
Like Mickey Mouse dressed as Batman.
Oh, Jesus, no.
The Mouse Knight.
There's already fan art of that. Fan art of that.
Jesus.
Fan art of that all over the internet.
God, I hate Mickey Mouse so much.
Joker!
No, that's Pete.
Yeah, Pete is Joker.
True.
Though speaking of stupid cartoons somewhat based off of Batman,
Uh-oh.
Darkwing Duck.
Darkwing Duck.
Fantastic cartoon.
I like that show.
I love that cartoon.
I want to watch it again. It'll be easy to find, but still, just the thought
goodness,
is
yeah.
like,
It's probably on Hulu or Netflix
yeah,
or something.
that show is so ridiculously good.
Yeah.
So we should go back to explain actually the ECC, what
Oh,
we're
yes.
actually called. It's kind of like the Eau Claire crew to localize it, or the epic crazy crew, that sort of thing.
Because we are epic and crazy.
Well, some of us are crazy, some of us are epic. I
Yeah.
personally am epic.
I'm pretty crazy.
I'm
Yes.
both.
And we're from Eau Claire, Wisconsin. Wisconsin, as people call it. So
Or you, Claire, as some other people.
yeah,
I don't know where that comes from.
I have
That's
no
the first
idea.
I heard that.
Ask Scott Walker.
Oh, God.
Oh,
Political. Let's not talk too
Let's
much
not
about
go
that.
into
We're
that at
nerds,
all.
not that.
at all. Yeah. So if we'll localize it ish, but we can branch off, I suppose, and just be the the Epic Crazy Crew.
Yeah.
Right.
And just be the ECCs for short.
Yeah.
It rolls off the tongue. Rolls off the tongue.
It rolls quite nicely, yes.
I'm sorry for the accents, by the by. We do a lot of them.
They are fun.
They are very fun. And if you're
But-
clicking off of the podcast right now, I do not blame you whatsoever.
But I saw this. Dude,
I do,
But
and I judge you.
I saw this dude accident that these guys don't want me to do, or I just get
the
kicked out.
short-
No,
Schwarzenegger.
no, we will kick you out immediately.
You're
No!
sandwiched between us.
Spit roast. No,
Anyway.
no, not in this household. Fuck that.
Other nerdy movie news: Deadpool.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, yes!
Have you seen?
I'm so excited for this movie.
Yeah.
I've seen promotions, just the pictures, the behind the scenes
Yeah,
that
it
fans have
looks
been
so
taking. Oh my
good.
god, it looks so fun. I'm sorry, I'm really excited.
Yeah.
One thing I heard that I really like is they have like the mocap dots
Yeah, the
on
mocap's
Ryan's
on his
face.
eyes.
So his
His
mask actually has.
Is
And
it facial
on his eyes?
Yes.
expressions or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
So he has his expression like in the comics. We have to be careful about talking over each other because we do
Yes.
that a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that looks so awesome. It looks like a Deadpool cartoon come to life from
Yeah.
the promotional pictures and the teaser teaser thing or whatever it was at Comic-Con like last
Oh yeah.
year.
Oh yeah.
It was
That was back
it was
done
awesome.
2009 or
Yeah,
what?
it was made in 2009.
Yeah.
I thought they just released it.
Well,
They
did-
just released
in
it, but they
public.
made it back then, and it was just held under wraps because of the whole bullshit it went through.
We will not
But-
speak of it.
They have finished refilming that scene, like live action, because it was all CG to
Oh, was
begin.
it?
Yeah, it
Oh,
was
wow.
CG, and now they've got the live.
So I'm
action
guessing
version.
that's what they're filming now is that scene.
I believe they already did it. Like it's done, but
I think I saw they were like doing it in Vancouver. So
yeah, it's in Vancouver.
Canada.
Oh, Canada.
No.
Film Vancouver. Eh?
Canada.
Oh, Jesus. So, yes, we talk about this topic, DC, Marvel, comics, games, Zelda, Borderlands,
Mortal Kombat
Mortal
today.
Mortal Kombat, TV shows, range of whole bunch of blah, blah, movies, whole range of blah, blah, blah.
A lot of nerd shit.
A lot of nerd stuff. Just a lot of nerd stuff. Yes. That must be very annoying to hear. Probably. I'm sorry.
Sounds funny to
Shut
me.
up now. I have to burp. Hold up. Ugh. Gross.
Yeah.
So now what should we talk about?
Okay.
We went through DC and a little bit of video games. Is there any other news as of late?
Yeah, our news section can be the beginning. I haven't heard anything new.
Well, that
Recently,
stupid
other
thing
things?
that I read on Zelda Informer. We're bringing it to Zelda, ladies and gentlemen.
God.
This will be a
Zelda
long
Informer,
discussion.
too.
Yes, it'll be a long discussion. I told you this about this, where the Twilight Princess 3D, somebody street passed somebody who was playing it.
Oh yeah, the hacked version.
Yeah, the hacked version, which was obviously fake. Because
Of course.
they wouldn't do, like, Target back in 2012, 2013 had the sticker with Majora's Mask on it saying it was going to be for the 3DS, and Miyamoto said, oh, no, that's not true, and then voila,
It
Majora's
happened.
Mask is out. So, I do not believe that they're going to make Twilight Princess for the 3DS. I believe that either they'll do it for the Wii U or for whatever next console they come up with.
Which, also in that vein, what have you heard of the NX, right?
NX.
Not particularly.
They haven't said shit about it really, but it's their next project. We're not really sure if it's their next console
I've
or
heard
if it's going to be a
something there.
service, if it's going to be their new handheld. But a lot of people seem to think it's going to be the next console. Or it's like,
I wouldn't see why they would bring a new console out.
It's
I
still-
would see maybe to drive the sales, but the Wii U is
It's still new, technically.
yeah, the Wii U is a good console in
and it's
itself.
picking up steam.
Yeah, it's getting running.
It's still
It's
growing.
hitting the ground running.
Yeah.
Is basically what I'm trying to say,
Hitting
but
its groove.
my fucking brain at 10:30 at night is not working. This will be a late night podcast, by the by. I don't know where we're gonna put it, but it's gonna be late. Might you beat YouTube? Might be this thing? Might be another thing?
Exactly.
Ah, we don't know. Lots of strange noises.
No, Dubnik's out.
Pointing.
Oh, damn.
Ah.
Yeah, there's a fourth person here,
Say hi.
guys.
Hi.
That's McCrae.
She's watching hockey right now.
We're not lying to you guys. We have a
Go
ghost.
Anaheim.
Yes, it's playoffs time in 2015, and I got her involved in that, and now she pays more attention to it than me.
You bastard. You stole McCrae.
But I just... until recently, I haven't had TV to watch it, so... But anyway, back to nerd stuff. Hand gestures. Yeah, I don't foresee the NX being a console.
It sounds more like a handheld type of thing or something.
And it's getting to the point where the DS is on its last legs.
Oh.
Yeah.
So they're going to have to come up with something new to keep the handheld in the game.
Sorry. The new 3DS. It's bigger.
Uh-huh.
It's wider.
It's got colorful buttons.
It's got colorful buttons, but the only difference is it's got new in front of it. They didn't name it the 3DS XL. They didn't name it something
Wow.
3DX.
PSI.
3DSi, anything like that, which has its own new brand.
Mm-hmm.
So you get confused if it's like, oh, I got the new 3DS XL. Oh, do you mean the really, really new one or the old new one?
Or a triple XL.
Yeah.
Maybe
So
they'll
nobody
bring back
knows.
The advance of the old
I don't know.
Game Boy Advance.
This
Single piece.
So I don't know why they named it the new 3DS. It doesn't make any sense to me.
It's not gonna be new in like a month or so.
No. It's not even new-esque now.
Yeah.
It's just a bigger, wider thing that they already did.
Yeah,
They just made it
nothing-
bigger and wider. Haha, that's what she said.
Nothing about it seemed to impress me even slightly. Like, it all seemed pointless.
Yeah, this is like made the color. At least for me, it just looked like they just made the buttons more colorful. Wasn't that too much to it?
I don't know. We can say all we want about it. People will still buy it.
Of course.
Yeah.
It's a new console from Nintendo. Well,
Yeah.
new console from Nintendo.
Air quotation new.
Quotations heavily.
Yeah, that same mentality is the reason why the gaming industry is starting to sputter and turn into this massive unfinished products getting shipped out the door and
Yeah.
them selling us the end as DLC.
Yeah. Ergo, Assassin's Creed Unity.
Ergo, anything EA makes.
Yeah.
But then like also
The
there's like new.
glitches were hilarious.
And there's also like a new trend where like new games that are supposed to come out this year or not be like pushed like really later this year or even just like next year basically.
Well, there are
Yeah.
some
Kind of like with
games-
Uncharted 4 is supposed to come out like this year I think, but now it's going to be 2016 or something.
Huh.
Well, I hope they push it back because Uncharted is a huge, huge franchise. They've even rumored on making a movie
That-
about it. It's a huge
Who
franchise.
knows about that one?
Yeah, but still, it's a big franchise. It's what gave PS3 its legs.
It's true. But they've been talking about a live-action World of Warcraft movie since like 2004.
I think they're working on a
Yeah.
script or something like that.
I would hope that they use the
Please.
World of Warcraft animation team.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Like for the CGI
They should
trailer.
just make a CGI movie.
Yeah, that's what they
I
should
thought
just do.
that
Well, I'm
every
pretty sure
Blizzard
it
game.
costs like a crap ton of money just to make those trailers, so I can only
Yeah.
imagine the budget for a movie.
Oh yeah,
And the in-game
Oh, they would get it,
CGI
too.
on those games is gorgeous.
absolutely
Yeah.
gorgeous. They outdo themselves every year. Like
Mm-hmm.
every new thing they come out. I mean, the Mists of Pandaria CG trailer was
Oh, yeah.
really, really cool
Mm-hmm.
and really, really, really well done. Whoops, I burped again.
I think my favorite one was the Wrath of the Lich King St. Mag trailer. I
Oh,
especially
that
like
was
that one.
so gorgeous.
Especially that way it introduced Arthas and his
Mm-hmm.
like his Scourge army, and it's really cool.
And the big dragon whose name I forget.
Frostworm.
Yeah, Frostmite.
I don't remember her name.
Frostmite or something.
No, it was a big red the Cataclysm.
Oh, that's
Oh.
Deathwing.
Deathwing, yeah.
Oh, that was also a cool one.
Yeah, where it was like huge and it, I'm pissed.
Basically,
Getting
just
fixed under
Yeah.
the world.
destroying
Yeah.
the world in the process. He's flying around.
Yeah, and his wings are on fire and shit, and he's
Mm-hmm.
like, I breathe badass. Be afraid of me. I was like, yeah, I will. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I will. Yeah.
I think going back to like MMOs, there's like this new like kind of fighting style one called Black Desert that Lance introduced me like a while back, and it looks really cool. It's kind of like putting more like action to like the fighting scenes and whatnot. So there's also like a lot of others like today to do that too. Kind of like Terraria Horizon does that.
Oh, I don't
also.
know that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of MMOs coming out. Like,
yeah, and most
a
of them are
lot.
going to go free to play within a month.
Well, what is it called? The Skyrim.
Elder Scrolls Online?
Yeah, Elder Scrolls Online is free to play, but you have to buy it. But it's free to play. There's no subscription or anything.
I think it's also
That's
for
how
those.
most of them go.
I think it's
Buy the
also
game.
for those people back in the beta that didn't get a chance or.
Yeah.
I don't know. A friend of mine was in the beta, and he was all super excited about it. 'Cause he made his characters. He made like 5 characters within 20 minutes.
Yeah, I was in the
was
beta
nuts.
too, and there was nothing about it that impressed me. Granted, I wasn't that impressed with Skyrim. I thought it was
You're
fun.
gonna piss a lot of people
Oh,
off.
I know. But I played the shit out of Morrowind and Oblivion, and I loved both of those. And Skyrim is a good game. I'm not saying it's bad, but I personally was kind of disappointed.
I couldn't get into Skyrim, and I've tried to play it
Yeah,
like
same here. It's like
50 times. I cannot get into it. I have it on my PC just waiting to be played. Every time I get a free time, I load it up and just stare at the menu. It's just like...
I tried to do like bunch of like quests and stuff, but it was like I sort of get bored kind of.
Oh, yeah. The one thing Bethesda has always been great at, and the thing they fail at a lot of the times I've found is their main story for the Elder Scrolls sucks. It's not interesting. The villains aren't compelling, but the world they drop you in is phenomenal.
Yes. the
So, it's
worlds
basically
are
like-
beautiful.
Like when I played Oblivion, like the moment I got out of prison, it's like, okay, you need to go here. Nope. I just turned and went to go do something else. I completed the story like 3 times with different characters. Didn't care during any of them. I just did it for the armor that you got at the end of beating it.
Yeah.
But otherwise, it's just like, nope, I'm going to go join the Thieves Guild, or I'm going to go do this, or I'm going to do that.
Well, that's what the good thing about it is. It's got these so much guilds, and it's got all these stuffs where you can build on it and play it, so you don't have to do the storyline. Granted, you can do the storyline if you want, but it's not really required
No.
unless you
The-
want to get some OP armor or some shit.
Yeah.
And the one thing that Skyrim did that I thought was a huge step back in that regard is Skyrim pushes you towards the story if it's not done. Where, like, Oblivion, after you get out of the prison, there's this one town that you can't, or once you go in there, the story starts, but it's like it's being besieged. And you see people running away from it when if you pass by it. So it's like, okay, plot's over there, I'm going this way. And they won't bother you about it. If you don't go there, they're not going to say anything. But there are constant times in Skyrim when you're walking around doing whatever you want, if you haven't done the main storyline, it's like signs and pointers. It's like, hey, quest stuff over here that's going to lead you back into the story. And they're trying to hold your hand into the story when you just don't care.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's some games like that where, like Borderlands, which a franchise I absolutely adore. The first one grabbed me to the story is because it was an interesting art style. It was interesting. The characters were interesting. Wasn't much really big story. I mean, at the end, spoiler, spoiler, spoiler. The big old tentacle monster at the end, freaking.
The chest of disappointment.
The
and
chest
tentacles.
of disappointment. Yes, it was just there to be there. I feel like they just threw the villain in at the end, kind of thing. With Borderlands 2, which is acclaimed in my head to be absolutely the prime of the franchise. I guess you would call it a trilogy, but it's not really a trilogy because pre-sequel becomes between. Anywho, it's the second one in the line. Yeah, timeline. It's the second one in the lineup. The villain, Handsome Jack, is incredible. He follows you throughout the whole game. He's mocking you. He's picking on you. He's demeaning you throughout the whole game. In the first one, there wasn't really a villain per se. There was the Crimson Lances in the first one, where they're following, I forget her name, but she's kind of a Russian siren. They're following her and she tells them what to do, but they're not interacting with you, and your character that you're playing is silent and you don't have much to say. Borderlands 2, you say a little bit more, but not so much. Pre-sequel, though, you are actively interacting with the characters and you're actively interacting with the villain, quotations. I haven't beaten the game yet, but I've had it spoiled for me. But villains, and then you're communicating with Handsome Jack and all of the heroes before you, like Lilith, Roland, all those characters. You're actually interacting with them, and there's a good storyline where they thought about it, they wrote it, and they went through it, and they thought about it critically and complexly thought about how they're gonna build this story together like a big giant fucking Millennium puzzle piece. Rant. Well, not really rant. It's over. That sort of thing. But yeah, Borderlands is, yes, shooty, bang, bang. Guns, yay! But
does it well, though.
Does it very, very well. And there's gazillion, jillions of guns that you can have, and that's not really the main thing of the game. Yes, you shoot, but you can also melee, which is pretty fun. But you don't have to... How do I put it? It's not required. The shooting isn't the main part of the game. If that makes any sense.
In a shooter, the shooting is not the main part of the game.
I know it doesn't...
It's a shooter RPG. Sure.
It is.
Yeah. Basically, it's a shooter RPG. I know it doesn't make sense right now, but let me try to explain. The shooting isn't really the main part of the game. You shoot to kill your enemies, you shoot to do this. But the storyline and the story arcs that are in it, to me, are the main parts in the game.
Right.
Yes, you have to kill this guy to advance the quest. Yes, I see why that shooting would be the main thing of the game. But in any other games nowadays, story should be the main part of the game. And I'm gonna go on a rant real quick. Call of Duty or Modern Warfare does not have any of that shit. None of that.
Well, it has a story. It's just not good.
It's shit.
It's kind of average.
I just don't like those games, and because what people mostly buy those games for is just bang bang shoot multiplayer, yay! That's what I only think that they buy them for. I don't know. Maybe because I'm a girl and I have no opinion.
Sorry, I bumped the table.
But then would just have it with multiplayer. I've heard word that the new Star Wars Battlefront game is just gonna have a multiplayer, no campaign.
Really? Because last I heard, they were going to have a campaign, and it was going to span the entirety of the saga so far.
Wasn't it supposed to come out like a year and a half ago?
No. They announced it like a year and a half ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's sort of like a teaser, but
Yeah.
it could be. I don't know. I heard where was somewhere that might not.
Well, I can understand if they didn't.
Well, it's
because...
it's being produced by EA or something.
Yeah. It's DICE who are making it, the guys who do Battlefield, so... And that's what Battlefield was for the longest time, was just a multiplayer experience. And honestly, when I played the first two Battlefront games, I really didn't play through a campaign. I just dropped into shooty, bang, bang. It's because I watched the movies. I didn't give a shit. I didn't want to just be a stormtrooper thrown into battle and them telling me, oh, hey, it's Yavin 4, you have to do it, and you have to go here. It's like, bitch, I just want to drop in on Yavin 4 and start shooting some rebels.
Yeah.
I don't care otherwise. I'm here to kill rebels.
Yeah,
So it didn't matter to me.
Yeah, I played the Star Wars Battlefront games all the time as kids. It's like I just constantly playing. I especially played the one mode where you played the heroes and villains on Mos Eisley, and that was a ton of fun.
Oh yeah, I remember playing Mos Eisley.
Yeah.
I kind of hate and love that EA has the Star Wars game franchise now. I hate it because it's EA, but I love that someone has it, just so they can get made again.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Because once Disney bought them, LucasArts was absolved.
Yeah.
I thought LucasArts sold themselves, or EA bought LucasArts.
That was Lucasfilms. LucasArts was a part of that, and then Disney got rid of it.
Oh dear.
So and then they outsourced the rights to the Star Wars video games.
I'm really sorry, but your thumbs are fucked up.
I used to bite my fingers a lot as a kid.
Huh.
They shouldn't curve like that. Colin's nails. You know how a normal nail goes.
Yeah.
It curves downward, so it's like a claw thing.
Dude, you should clip your nails.
I was planning on doing that later.
It's
But,
disgusting.
Yeah, mine are a little long. I usually clip mine on Fridays.
I'm sorry, but go on. That was. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Gross.
And then personal section.
Personal section where you cannot see Colin's thumbs.
So anime.
So, of course.
Get us on anime. One thing I've been noticing throughout the years is that they start making an anime before the manga is finished.
Yeah.
And then it completely derails from where the manga was going, and while a lot of times it's good, like, say, Full Metal Alchemist, the original series for that was really good.
Mm-hmm.
But then when they remade it into Brotherhood, it was so much better, and so much darker, so much more fucked up.
Well, that's where a lot of filler stuff comes in.
Yeah, and...
Where, like in Bleach, this stupid filler season with the princess, the blonde little princess, which made absolutely no sense. And then there was another filler, and then another filler, and then another
and-
filler.
There was a
DB's
princess.
Yeah, it was a filler.
No, I just got to the part with the vampires, I think. That's about as far as I got.
I didn't even know there were vampires.
There were vampires? Oh my god, there's vampires
I
and
don't
everything now. I
But,
hope they don't
okay,
struggle.
anyway, we also have DBZ, which their way of doing filler, other than a couple episodes, was they would just stare at each other for 5 minutes.
or keep
and-
charging.
Yeah, or charge their abilities. And they would do it, like, the last 5 minutes of one episode would be the exact same as the first 5 minutes of the next episode. And that's how they got Akira Toriyama more time to write until he was done.
Well, that's old anime.
Yeah, that's old. I mean, in the
'Cause
new ones,
nowadays,
it's
people would like,
story
this
arcs.
anime sucks, blah blah blah.
Yeah. And like, but that's one thing where I always kind of question is like, why don't you just wait till the writer announces they're nearing the end to start the anime? Like, okay, I'll put this to a question for you guys. What anime you know stopped before the manga did, or just like cut off, and needs say, although I'll preface this, although it was good as it was as the anime, what of those animes do you think needs that Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood treatment where they go back and make it more like the manga was?
I have two in mind. Chibi Vampire, where it completely changes. There's a manga version of it, a novel version of it, and then the anime version of it. All three are completely different from each other. I would like it to stray to the manga, the anime to the manga, because the manga is actually really in-depth and really well put together. That doesn't really answer your question very much. It's just that's one of the animes or mangas that I would like to see redone. Mm-hmm. And then either it would be Sankareya, where it just stops right in the middle. At like book 8, it just stops. And then just makes up its own little thing and then just kills off the characters like little bitches. Or Oron, where there are...
I knew that was going to be
Yeah,
one of yours.
Shut up!
And it's definitely in my top 5 for
Because
ones that needs
Oron,
it.
the anime stops at like book, I want to say 13 or 14. And there are 18 books in the series.
Really? It gets that far? I
Yes.
thought it stopped a lot sooner.
And the book actually has a completed story. With the anime, it's just got... Colin, I will give you time. Hold on.
No, I mean just like stopping at that point.
Bitch, just wait a minute. Where the manga has, like I said, the completed story. The anime just stops, and then they have it set up where you come see us again. You can restart and go through that whole story again, and then restart and go through that whole story again.
Yeah.
It's got a good ending setup. It's just I would like to see it go further, where it's more like the manga, where it's nicer. Okay, Colin, now you can talk.
I was kind of like, I didn't really know too much like with the Oran whole thing. Like, stop at that point in the series. I don't read too many mangas, such. I watch more of the animes, but yeah, like what I hear with Oran, I definitely would like it to be redone or like keep going. Definitely, because I really enjoyed that anime. That was a lot of fun to watch.
There have been countless rumors, so many fake rumors that have been shut down every convention. Are they making an Oran season 2?
It's been, what, 10 years?
It's been
I think in about
almost at least.
2006 it said, or something.
I don't know
it's
how
getting
long
there.
it's been, but they're probably not going to
but-
make a season 2. It would be absolutely awesome if they would, and I would fucking be the first one in line in that screening, but...
Yeah, it's hit the point where it more or less deserves, instead of a season 2, they should just give it the Brotherhood treatment or the Hellsing Ultimate treatment, where they just start it from the beginning again.
Well, the reason that Brotherhood got its redone was because it got so popular over here in the States. That's why it's got its redone, because people here really love FMA to the point where there's conventions of FMA.
Yeah.
The voice actors absolutely adore it. That's why it got redone. In my personal opinion, I don't know why the exact reason of why it got redone, but
Well, it is a super popular one.
it is one of the most popular animes in existence of anime. Besides some of the older ones like
Cowboy Bebop.
Cowboy Bebop, thank
Dragon
you.
Ball.
Dragon Ball, thank you. A whole bunch of other really popular ones, which I'm really sorry I can't remember. Like Akira, I think.
Yeah, Akira.
And what's that other one? The one that's supposed to be set in this year's time. I can't remember the name of it. Somebody out there will remember, I'm sure. I forgot we were talking to my microphone, but somebody out there will remember. Ha ha. Yes, but what is your answer, sir?
For me, my number one is Full Metal Panic. Because I would honestly, if they just decided that they wanted to continue it with another season, well, I know they're never going to.
I thought of another one. Sorry to interrupt.
Okay, go.
Dot Hack Sign.
Yes.
I absolutely adored that anime when I first saw it, when I was like, itsy bitsy, like 12 or 13. I don't remember how old I was. But I absolutely adore that anime. I would watch the first disc of what my cousin gave me over and over and over again, and I memorized some lines, and the story design and the costume design was awesome. It would be really awesome. If they would redo that. They kind of did that with Sword Art Online, where it's that same basic premise, but it's it's in a different setting, all that sort of thing. It's got that same basic premise in it, though. The same.
Right, and I agree.
The basic thing. thing.
Yeah, and I like Sword Art Online, but watching it.
Who doesn't? It's the most popular anime right now.
That and Attack on Titan.
Well, yeah.
But for me, Sword Art Online was like, it didn't take enough time to get where it was going in like the first 2/3 of its story. And then the last third where they're in that fairy world was just like, it felt like it was tacked on because they finished and they didn't take as much time as they should have with the first story arc.
Yeah, because I really wish they kept going in Eingrad, because I really like that place compared to SL World, or whatever it's called. So the fact that they stopped Eingard like saga at like episode 14 kind of pissed me off a bit.
Well, they were probably just trying to stay on the hype of Sword Art. Because,
it was based off the books too.
Well,
so
yeah, duh.
like
Everything's based off the manga.
Not all of them.
Well, a lot of stuff is based off
I
the
think
manga.
Outlaw Star was just an anime.
Outlaw Star is actually really good.
Yeah.
My cousin absolutely freaking adores that thing because the name of the main character is his middle name or stupid shit.
Whatever.
My cousin's weird. That's him for you though. Family! Personal!
Yay.
Yeah, I'm not telling you a damn thing. Stuff like that.
But anyway, back to my list. Full Metal Panic was a great series that ended on a horrible fucking cliffhanger.
I wouldn't know. I've never watched this show, but
I think I saw 8 episodes of it. I really enjoyed that one episode. I think it's where they got like those nice people to play like soccer or something.
The rugby episode was
rugby.
pretty good. That's from season 2. But what Full Metal Panic did that was really interesting.
You almost said Full Metal Alchemist,
I did.
didn't you?
I did almost say it.
Cool.
I was thinking it, but no. What it did is
Completely different
for the
letters.
first like story arc, which season 1 takes place through, there was all this comedy interspersed in the manga and the light novels that it was based off of. And when they did the anime, they completely extracted like 90% of those comedy scenes to make a more solid action adventure mecha. And then season 2, they took all of that shit and packed it into another season, and it's hilarious. It has nothing to do really with season 1 other than it's the same characters and you get that. But there's so much hilarious shit like
The rugby episode.
yeah, the rugby episode. The rugby episode of the high school that the main character is stationed at because he's military to look after the main chick because she's important for reasons I'm blanking on right now.
She's important
She's a
because
special
of anime.
chick. Something with her blood.
Anime.
Just
anime.
anime reasons. Anyway, the
put it
rugby
that.
team at their school is like the nicest group of dudes, and they suck at rugby. So he takes them in, being born and raised military, makes them more aggressive. And there's one point in where he's at their first game after his boot camp with them, and he gets the ball because he joins the team, and he doesn't know how to play rugby. And they're yelling at him. It's like, you need to punt it. You need to punt it. He's like, punt. What's punt? It's like, it's a kick. And this other guy's coming at him, and he just kicks him straight in the jaw and gets put in the penalty box.
Oh, jeez.
And there's another part where the girls take him to an arcade to play some games, and he's playing one of those old light shooters, you know, going through there, and he runs out of ammo, panics, pulls out his hidden pistol, and shoots the fuck out of the machine.
So, moral of the story is, Talon really, 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 really likes Full Metal Panic.
I loved it so much. And it got to season 3, the second raid, and it was phenomenal. The main villain that they introduced was just this awesome badass, and you felt he was so much superior to everybody else around him. And spoiler warnings coming in here. But the season ends with him kidnapping Chidori, the main chick.
The anime chick.
The anime chick. And the dude beats the crap out of the main character. And he's taking her away, and she's letting it happen. And she's like, okay, this has to happen. I have to go. It'll save everybody else. And the main dude's just like, I'm gonna come back for you. I'm gonna get you. And she's like, I know. And then credits. And there's no more episodes. It fucking ends there.
Just hearing that would piss me off.
It was like, oh, and like when I saw it, I was like, oh my god, I am so psyched for season 4. Then it's like, and I watched that in fucking high school. I've been out of high school for 5 years.
Oh.
Oh, dear.
And it's just like, no. So for me, if either they continue it, I would be super happy. Or if they gave it the Brotherhood, Hellsing Ultimate, Hunter x Hunter treatment, where they redo it from the beginning, I wouldn't care that I have to start from the beginning to watch the rest of it.
You're probably just happy to be just watching it from the beginning.
Exactly. And for me, my other big one, Oran Host Club.
Hells yeah!
It's like when I first heard about it, I was like, okay, it sounds like it might be kind of amusing. And then I watched it, and it was like, this is brilliant.
A lot of people thought, like, Oran High School Host Club, oh, it's a girly anime. In some points it kind of is, but it's mostly just...
It's got all the pretty guys.
It's got all the pretty guys, yes. It's mostly just a funny anime, funny, carefree, goofy-ass anime with
And it makes...
underlining a very serious story in the at the ending and the middle-ish. And a lot of really weird really weird part.
I also saw there was like a lot of like serious and like some really emotional moments in the show.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yes. And in the manga. Oh my god, in the manga. Don't even get me started. I'm gonna cry again.
Well, you say that, like, the entire series has those great undertones, and some of them even being overtones.
Yeah.
That's serious and dramatic shit, but my
Where
favorite
the
episode...
whole anime is just a very serious and dramatic shit, and then it's got the undertone of funny haha stuff.
Yeah, my favorite episode by far is when Kyoya met him. When Kyoya and Tamaki meet. Just because all the beautiful... I'm forgetting the words.
You see why...
illusions that they have. Just little things like... In the beginning when... Kyoya's sister's going through his drawers and everything's just packed so tight in there, and it beautifully portrays him, how he's just so stiff and rigid because he has to be for his parents, because who he
prove
is
to himself to his father.
Yes, and it's to show he's so tightly wound, and then he meets Tamaki, and the more he spends time, and then later in the episode, all his shit's all over his room, and like you can just see he's relaxed so much more, even though he's irritated.
He's really, really irritated.
It's like it's just so much. It's so great to see that kind of imagery, those allusions to his character, that sort of stuff, just in the layout of the episode, and the setting, and all things like that, and like when you see him painting in that
flower,
the flower in the frame.
Mm-hmm.
It's
he's only
amazingly
limiting
portrays
himself to one specific area, but at the end of the episode,
he's
the paint's all over the place.
It shows him coming out of his shell. He's no longer
coming out of the box,
not wanting to just be within that picture frame he's forced to. That Tamaki has helped him realize he deserves more.
Free himself.
Exactly, and to me, that's what makes that episode a little better than the others. To me, while I love every other episode.
And J. Michael Tatum is an awesome voice actor.
Yes.
Superb. Hammerlock.
Superb cast in that anime.
Superb. Wonderfully. It's got Lucy Christian, a little bit of Laura Bailey in there, of course. Vic Mignogna. Travis Willingham.
Yeah.
Yeah. Caitlin Glass, who plays Haruhi. I think I already said Lucy Christian.
Yep. Todd Haberkorn.
And Greg
Ayers?
Yeah, Ayers.
Mm-hmm.
I always think it's Ackles, but it's not. Greg Ayers, who plays Kaoru. And Todd Haberkorn plays Hikaru, the twins, incest twins. Colin's over here clapping.
I was very excited to hear like Hikaru saying Kiryo's like voice actor, like because I remember like with Hikaru's voice actor, I know him best from as Natsu from Fairy Tail.
Yep, I have that right here for that amazing anime.
And then for Kiryo, I know him from voicing Okabe from Steins Gate, and one dude from Spice and Wolf. So I was also
the main dude from Spice and Wolf.
I think Lawrence. That's his name.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
But I know J. Michael Tatum is freaking awesome.
I think also I just rewatched Fairy Tail the other day, and I think I recognize his voice also voicing Simon from from the Jalal saga.
Was that Simon? He was Simon?
Yeah, I think so.
I'll have to watch that again.
Yeah, it's like holy
Simon.
crap, it's him too.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and not to say anything about Greg Ayers, because he is a very good voice actor. Mm-hmm. He just plays too many characters that irritate me.
Who are whiny.
They're so whiny. Like Sho in Fairy Tail. It's just the character doesn't do anything but fucking cry and whine the entire moment. He's from the beginning of the episode you see him, it's just whine, scream like a girl. The blonde kid that had the card powers.
Oh yeah.
All he did was whine, and it's just like, oh my god, his voice fits it so perfectly. And it irritated me how well his voice fit that.
Yeah, me too.
He does it so well, and he's so good. And when he plays Kaoru, and it's like, I love you as Kaoru, and I hate you as all these other characters.
And he plays Ganta in Dead Man Wonderland,
Oh, he
who
does?
is the whiniest of whiniest little bitches.
And then back with Natsu's voice actor, I think.
Todd.
Todd. I think in my anime club that I'm in, we watched the anime Triple X Holic, and I recognized his voicing the main character.
Yep.
And also the voice actress who voices Ursa from Fairy Tail also voices.
Oh yeah, Colleen.
Yeah, Colleen. She voices. I can't remember the names, but like the one like fortune teller chick.
The witch?
The witch.
XX Holic?
Yeah.
Or XXX.
I think also, and then also
I
the
love
voice
her.
actress
She's
for
a
Lucy
great
from
voice
Fairy
actor.
Tail voices like the guy's love interest, but then like the other dude that's kind of like the male dude is also voiced by Kirio's voice actor.
No, that's cool.
Yeah.
Have you guys heard about it in an anime called Death Parade?
I have not.
Maybe it sounds sort of familiar.
Death Parade, I'm gonna give you the really gist of it. Death Parade is a new anime that just released in Japan, and it's only like a 12-episode thing. It's
So a season.
yeah, like a season. It's a short anime.
A Japanese season. Where
Yeah, pretty
ours
much.
are longer, but they go in those 12 episodes.
It's where if you die, you go to this bar / cafe thing, and you play a game to go. I don't know exactly the premise. It's to go to either, I guess, to heaven or to hell, or to stay in purgatory.
Interesting.
That sort of thing. There's one game where you bowl with your heart inside, and you're the person you're with. Like, you would bowl with McCrae's heart, and she would bowl with your heart. And whoever gets a strike either kills the person, that sort of thing. And then you ride this elevator up or down, that sort of thing.
I'll just get a gutter.
You're gonna die.
Yeah.
It's a really interesting anime, and it's really, really cute, and it's really, really funny. Not really cute in the sense, it's the characters are pretty cute, because in the shows, I can't remember if it's the beginning or the ending, they pose like freaking pop stars, and it's really, really funny. And the voice actors who actually did the characters posed as what their characters do.
Nice.
And I'm sorry, I cracked my thumb. It's really, really cool in that sort of sense. But it is a really good anime. You could probably find out on Crunchyroll because it just came out not too long ago. But I would really recommend Death Parade. It's really, really interesting.
I still need to finish.
It's
Kaze
a
no
new
Stigma.
anime besides all the old ones we're talking about.
Right. Something new.
Oh.
Yeah. I find that I generally tend to like some of the older ones a little more than the newer ones. Well, I do like a lot of newer ones.
Yeah. Oh, I think also my anime club, this is an anime we're watching called School Rumble. I am enjoying the hell out of that anime, especially the character Haruma. He's like the school bully sort of, but like on the inside he's really like kind of one that he's really
But he's that
likes
really
animals.
tall one with sunglasses. Isn't
Yeah,
he?
he has that cool mustache, but he like shaved.
Yeah, he looks
shaves
like
it.
40, but he's in high school. For some reason. And he's got a crush on the main chick.
But she's
Of
like so
course.
dense and really
She's
stupid.
a fucking
And she's
idiot.
like in love with this one dude who's like always has a blank expression. He's always doing weird stuff.
School Rumble is a weird anime, and there's I can't think of it. There's this another anime where it breaks the fourth wall constantly. I cannot for the life of me remember what it's called, but one of the dudes has got light-ish blue hair, has kind of a robe with a white robe with red outlines, black flame-esque kind of thing. I cannot for the life of me remember, but all the pictures I see of it and the gifs of it are GIFs. GIFs.
No, it's
GIF.
GIF. I don't care what the creator
Spell
says. It's GIF.
What's the courier
Spell
call it?
It's
He
GIF.
says it's GIF, but the creator's an
It's
idiot,
GIF.
so it's
It's
GIF.
GIF. But I see so many things where it's so funny. There's this one scene where I'm gonna get a little turned in here so I can talk to you guys directly. Of course, lean in.
Get a
Don't,
little closer to the mic.
don't bump the table though.
This one's separate, so it's probably not going to come out.
True.
You bumped it.
There's this
I know.
one scene where they're trying to catch this governor lord dude who's dead, and he's in a bus or in a car. No, he's in the hearse, and his casket is he's not in his casket for some reason, I don't think, but they're trying to catch him. So the main dude comes out of the window, holds his body up, the body falls, and all you see is just a pixelated old man dick
Oh, God.
right in his face. And it's really, really funny. He's like, his wife, I'm guessing, is sitting in the next seat. He's like, oh, that's what he looks like. It's like, oh, Grandma. No.
Why?
No, Grandma. It's like, that's what they look like when they get dead. Oh. No.
That's terrible.
It's a little terrible, but it's really funny.
Yes.
So now that we ranted on anime for about 45 minutes or so.
Probably 15.
Shut up. I don't have a very good sense of time.
I'm just looking at the clock. That's the only reason I know.
I don't have a very good sense of time. Shh.
Okay.
How about we talk about local stuff? No Brand Con.
Oh, no.
Oh yeah, that's
No Brand Con is coming up this weekend.
Yeah, I'll be attending that.
And so like,
I'm gonna go in my Goku outfit.
oh
Nice.
Jesus.
Like, I was lucky enough to I was Sarah's one day. I was lucky enough to find actual like orange pants that looked like
Nice.
Goku's thing. So I was incredibly lucky there, and it fit just fine on me and whatnot. So, but then I had to create my own like blue belt for my outfit. I get like some fabric and like cut good enough length and all that.
Well, to give you premise, No Brand Con is a convention, an anime convention. I hope you fucking know what conventions are if you're listening to us. Just 411. It's a convention that happens every year at the end of April. I almost burped, sorry. It's a convention. Basically, it's a convention. I got no other words to explain it.
I think it's also anime and a video game convention because there's like their own like video game room there.
Sometime.
And there was also
Sometimes.
like on Saturday, the Saturdays they have like tournaments for various games. Like
Mm-hmm.
I think I saw there was gonna be one for Super Smash Bros. And for like Halo games and such. So I think they also like in like a small room they have like a bunch of like really old games in there, like one of the first like Mario games and such. So yeah,
So basically, it's the most busiest time of year for Eau Claire because it's a big convention. A lot of people I've street passed people from Iowa,
Really? It's that popular?
it's that popular. People
But-
from even California comes over.
Wow.
But
Yeah,
because
it's
of
that
that
popular.
But because of that popularity, last year they were like basically almost running out like tickets and such. So,
Oh, they did.
And I think at a certain point they might like think like, well, at least for this year they mentioned like get your tickets really early because a lot more people are probably going to attend.
Well,
and with such,
yesterday,
and they're starting to run
not
our
last-
started to
yesterday.
run our room at the Ramada. Or the plaza,
Plaza.
The plaza. So, and then of course, like, where else would they have the convention that would hold that many people? But here in Eau Claire, it's like not too much space. Like, no, there's nowhere really they could hold it elsewhere.
Well, last year they had to turn people away because the hotel was capacity full. They couldn't hold any more people in the plaza. So they had to turn people away, and I'm for sure knowing that's going to happen this year.
But I think also, like, was it like yesterday or something? I was in downtown, and my dad mentioned that, like, I think the Ramada or like hotel in downtown was getting like remodeled. It's supposed to be like, all new and stuff. So maybe
Well,
yeah.
they held it at the Ramada. Ramada is the hotel that it was held at like years prior, but
that
it's
was
been
the
at the plaza now
first
for a
one it
while.
was.
But they're doing like major
Yeah.
upgrades to it right now. So
It got too big and popular, and they had to move uptown.
Yeah.
Basically.
I haven't been to the Ramada in years. Or the Plaza.
I've never been to the Ramada. I've been to the plaza.
I think I went there once when I was a
Never
kid
been
when they
to
had like
Ramada.
little like comic convention or something.
Yeah, I was at the Ramada once.
I wouldn't remember.
I
I
remember too
wouldn't
much.
even know.
I think I've been there once, but I can't remember. I was too young.
Yeah.
So local over.
Yeah,
Basically.
that's the one thing we got.
The one thing. It's just, yay, convention.
When is
Nuclear
that?
Wisconsin's pretty small in comparison.
Yeah.
When is
We're
the
pretty
Brand Con?
large.
This
but-
weekend. April 25th to the 24th to the 26th.
I have off. I could go.
Yeah.
I tried to,
I'm
How are
but
you
fucking
getting
going.
there? You're not allowed to drive.
True.
You can come after 4 o'clock.
Yeah, you can bring me.
I mean, you could come for the main. Well, Saturday is the main day. You can come for some part of it.
I tried to get out for Saturday, but I couldn't.
Well, I'm gonna
I
be
can still
there.
go in the afternoon, but still.
I'm gonna be there. Oh.
I'm
So,
going shopping that day. Anyway.
what else should we talk about? I stretched. We've talked about video games.
Yep.
Of course, we talked about anime.
Yep.
Of
We had
course.
some movie stuff going.
Movies, yes.
Video games.
Video games, yes. We talked about that. What else should we talk about? Is there anything
That's pretty much our points.
big in the news? Well, are we done with the news portion? Or are we
What
still
are
on
we
the
gonna
news
talk about
portion?
in news?
We don't
Your
even.
entire thing news.
We don't know news.
Anyway, I have a bit of an ending rant if we want to cut it off after this.
Okay.
Sure, let's hear your
so
rant.
this is back at news.
Oh dear.
Comic book movies.
Oh dear.
This is a couple weeks old
How long
information.
is this gonna be?
It's not gonna be long.
Okay, because when you get into stuff, you get into
I know.
stuff.
But anyways, a couple weeks back now, they've announced with the new Spider-Man coming into the MCU, he's gonna be Peter Parker, which, good. There's no reason to sideline a good character. 2, he's back in fucking high school. There is no purpose to putting him back in high school. It's a completely new version of Peter Parker. Sadly, Andrew Garfield is not reprising his role, and he did phenomenal as Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Say what you will about his Peter Parker, he was great in the Spidey suit. But seriously, there is no purpose to have him back in high school. We already got the story. Luckily, he will already have been Spider-Man for a while, so we're not getting his origin a third time.
Well, that will be good because
Thank
Tobey
whatever you
Maguire's
believe in.
one sucked,
Yeah.
but it was Tobey Maguire's trilogy.
hmm
Ugh.
But anyways, like at this point, it's like, just put the kid in college. That was a point they really haven't touched on. Like in the Tobey Maguire's, he was in college, but it was rarely mentioned.
Yeah, you never. Got
You didn't
to see
really
him in
get the
college.
feel that he was a college student. It's
No.
like, put him in there, maybe put him at the end if you want, but the way I think they should start it is they should start it with Spider-Man No More. The story where Spidey screws up so bad that he quits.
He
Like
kills
Peter
somebody.
Spider-Man just gives up his mask, throws it away, and just doesn't want to be it. We saw it in Spider-Man 2 with Tobey Maguire, and we saw it at the end of The Amazing Spider-Man 2 a little bit. But I think if they explore that as his cameo in Civil War, that he's given it up, but to play off of kind of how they did in Amazing Spider-Man 2, I think it should start with Gwen dead. We have it start with him giving up being Spider-Man because of Gwen dying, because Green Goblin got the better of him, and he just can't bring himself to be Spider-Man anymore. So we start with that. He just can't do it. Emotional barriers he can't put on the mask because he failed the woman he loved. Green Goblin's been captured, say, by Nick Fury and S.H.I.E.L.D. It could have
Marvel.
happened before
Marvel.
that got disassembled in Winter Soldier. But I think that would be the logical starting point, is that would be a way to get him into the MCU logically, and that, say, the whole plotline of Civil War is Iron Man and Captain America going against each other, them trying to find other superheroes to side with them, and that could be a way to bring him back in there. That would be a logical way to introduce him again, is he's seeing a reason to join a side, to become Spider-Man again, because he knows he has to be. Because something drastic would have to happen for him to do that. Be it the Civil War or Ultron fucking shit up in the new Avengers movie.
Well, yeah.
That would be the best way to bring him out of his little retirement. He could be in college at this point, because I believe that's when it happened in the comic books.
So that he is going to be in Civil War.
Yes, he
it's
has been confirmed
it's
in
confirmed
Civil War.
as a cameo.
And he will be getting his own movie in Phase 3, which I think is dumb. As much as I love Spider-Man, he is one of my top 5 superheroes. I don't think he should get another movie until Marvel's Phase 4.
Or a different
After... It is a different actor.
actor. They shouldn't give him a different actor, though. Too many Spider-Mans.
They're gonna, because they have to absolve the previous contract with Andrew Garfield in order for Sony to dig themselves out of the hole they did with Spider-Man 2, which, while I liked, was not a good movie.
too many plot points.
Too many plot lines.
The second one?
Yes.
Yeah. It was a good movie.
It was enjoyable.
It was enjoyable,
pretty.
yes. But the Rhino
Yeah.
hyped so much in the trailer, and then he's got...
That's
for,
basically
like-
it in the trailers.
He's in
That's
it for like 2
basically it in the
minutes.
trailer, because he's got the 2-minute thing in the beginning of the movie, and then, like, he's the big bad guy at the very end of the movie for, like, 5 minutes, and then...
If that
Credits!
even.
It's like The Incredibles with the mole.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Oh yeah.
I can't wait for Incredibles 2.
That is gonna be a good
It's going to
one.
be so awesome. I hope they don't fuck it up.
Hopefully not.
I hope not, because that's an awesome movie.
It came out like over a decade ago, so
Almost.
they waited so long for a sequel.
Disney,
Uh-huh.
what do you expect? There's
Half-Life
movies like
3.
the sequel.
Half-Life 3.
Oh god, let's not get into the
Half-Life 3.
Half-Life 3 confirmed shit.
Oh, I saw like a honest trailer for Half-Life 3, and now it's especially fun. These came with like all kinds of crap for the Half-Life 3.
I bet if we were talking about it, Gabe Newell's just sitting in his chair. It's like, you can wait.
But then like in the
20
trailer, they
minutes
like,
more.
and like the way they announced it was like Obama was like when Congress, it's my honor mention Half-Life 3.
Confirmed, bitches. No,
There will be riots in the street when Half-Life 3 actually
Yeah.
gets confirmed. I told you! I told you it was coming out!
yeah, we'll probably
Sonny.
be dead.
Gabe Newell will be dead first.
Oh, like a skeleton still waiting for Half-Life 3.
No, that fucker will find a way to survive to make it.
Pull out my old PC, let's get it, boys!
No, funny thing, it's probably done. They just refuse to publish it.
Well,
Well, it's
they're
still getting crap ton of
probably
money from Steam, so.
yeah,
they're probably polishing it like hell.
yeah.
Probably making it as perfect as they can because it has so much hype. It's the most hyped game I've ever heard of. Besides Duke Nukem.
Oh
That
god, if
game
that pulls a
sucks so
Duke Nukem forever,
I
god.
hope not.
That game was so bad.
So bad. Some dude, I heard a story on this. Some dude had a pre-order 13 years.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I
And
remember
he
that.
came in when they said it was actually announced and coming in. He came in to renew his pre-order and like, no, we can't do that anymore. But I have this pre-order. That was years ago. We can't do that. Bitch, I have this pre-order. You will let me get it. How do I know that receipt isn't fake? It's got your name on it. It's like, wow. I hope it doesn't pull that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Because so much hype for a game, and then it goes and crashes and burns in the fiery pits of hell.
Well, the problem with that is so many different developers had it that it was just cobbled pieces of different games that weren't even that good. So
I mean,
you try to put that together, you ain't got shit.
if a game makes you wait for years and years and years, like 13, 10,
Yeah.
even maybe
Hearts
Half-Life 3, I don't know when it came out last, or Half-Life 2 came out last, 20
Been a while.
years. If it makes you wait that long of a time, I certainly at least hope it's gonna be worth your while for waiting that long. The
Right.
story has to be well put together instead of like, oh, we're gonna just make this a shooter. Bang, bang. Story done. Yay. That kind of thing. I hope it's nothing like that because... Yay. I hope it's gonna be nothing like that because that would actually really, really suck. And then that would be the riots in the streets.
Yeah. Though there's no
Full
way
circle.
there's no way it'll reach expectations at this point. It's
No
been
way.
too
No,
long.
No.
It could be a 5-star 10 out of 10 game and people will
Gold,
find
platinum
something
game.
to bitch about
Oh,
because they've
oh, sure.
waited so long.
Yeah. And you know all sorts of memes that will come out.
Yeah.
The old man in the chair says, "Finally here!"
Pepperidge Farm
now,
remembers.
Get my diaper!
or now it's Half-Life 4 confirmed.
Fuck no.
Oh,
they
jeez.
better end with the
That's what they did. They ended the honest trailer for it. It's like, wait a minute.
Well,
Oh, jeez.
yeah, one day Steam or Valve will learn to count to 3.
And with Team Fortress.
Team Fortress 3, Portal 3, Left 4 Dead 3, and Half-Life 3, they're all going to be confirmed at the same time.
Well, if they do make a Portal 3, I hope it's just as good as Portal 2, even better. Portal 2 was an amazing addition to it. It made the whole series enjoyable. It made its own series from Portal 2. Yes, Portal 2's got the little bit of story in it where GLaDOS is bad. In Portal 2, it's Wheatley, GLaDOS, the cores, puzzles, incredible puzzles. I'm a fucking idiot and I couldn't figure those puzzles out. But really, really nice puzzles in them. That sort of thing. So
we want to go to puzzles and being stupid about them. I got a Twilight Princess one that is phenomenal story.
And we're back to Zelda.
Hopefully
Hopefully
this
it's really
is just
brief.
a quick story. So back when Twilight Princess came out, I was playing it on GameCube. I was in the Forest Temple, and I am embarrassed by this story considering how easy I find a lot of the more complicated puzzles to be. I was trying to get to the boss key, and you got these 4 windmills, and you have to hit them in a pattern. And I was at for probably half an hour, pissed off because I couldn't figure out how the stupid thing worked. I'm like, all right, I have to hit all of them. So I want to do this, and then I want to get that one. But I can lock on more. Do I have to hit certain ones more? And then I was talking to a friend, and he's like, Talon, look down. And I look down, and there's a pattern on the floor of which windmills to hit. And I'm just like,
is there really?
yes. I'm like,
I just wasn't that stupid.
I just looked at it, I'm like, oh my god, how the fuck did I not notice that? And it's like, for me, the easier a puzzle is, the worse I am at. If you ramp difficulty up, I get so much better. But once you start making it easy, my mind just goes into overdrive and wants to make the most complex way to solve a puzzle.
Oh, God.
But anyways, back to your...
There are a lot of PC games which have really good puzzles in them. High fives are going on in here. I don't know what's happening.
Anaheim won the first round of the playoffs.
Yep. Shut out.
Hockey!
Anyways,
Yay.
sorry for that, for those who don't care.
There are a lot of good puzzle games for the PC. There's this one where you play as a cyborg. I can't for the life of me remember. Look it up. Look up Brutal Moose, Rooster Teeth. Look up something. Brutal Moose is a not voice actor, YouTuber. He does a lightning round of it, which explains it, and it's got the name of it, that sort of thing. Okay. It's where you play an android trying to solve these puzzles to get to these different areas and stuff. And it's just puzzles. The whole game is puzzles. It has to deal with time and the relativity of time and where you are when you were moving this box, or where this box was when you were moving, that sort of thing. And it's really, really, really tricky, so I think you'll get quite a kick out of it. Gotta find out the name, though. Don't remember the name. Colin, you're over here being very quiet. Do you have anything else?
Nope.
Yeah, I think this is a good point to stop it.
All right. I'm very tired myself,
Yeah.
so I think that's a very good time to stop it.
Yeah.
I feel my eyes being droopy.
So yeah, we are the ECC or EC Crew, Epic Crazies.
ECC Crew, Epic Crazy Crew, the Eau Claire Crew, whatever we decide to call us during a podcast.
But ECC will be
The abbreviated
root.
term. Yes.
that will
rolls.
remain constant.
Yes. We're not going to change it to the ETT, the Epic Titty Twats, or some shit like that. We're not going to do that, even though
Epic
I'm
Talent
sure.
Time.
No.
And I'm just
Where
gonna
he
ramble on.
Just talks about
Barbarian
comics
friends.
for hours upon hours, and then your ears will get melted off.
And you will get a bored look on your face. You're like, does he talk about anything else interesting?
I'm going to click off of this. Done.
All right, but yep, we're ECC. Thanks for listening.
Have a good night.
Bye, guys.
Bye.